In this video, we're going to tie the Uni Knot, and we're going to be using Braid here. This is really a slight alteration to the Uni Knot. We're going to do two alterations to the standard Uni Knot just to make sure that we have the strongest connection possible. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll explain to you the differences as we go through. So the first step, of course, is to go through the eye of the hook. Here's the first change compared to the normal Uni that most people teach. I recommend going through 2 different times through the eye. Recommend that with all of your braid knots, because it's just slippier, it's more slippery, I guess is the better word, and it just slips more than mono. So do that double line. But when you do so, always make sure that little loop doesn't get caught on the bottom of the hook. There's a little ridge there, and that could actually damage your line. So make sure your line never hits the bottom. Always keep it at the top, as you see it is here. So now I usually go out about 6 to 8 inches. Make sure you have enough length on the tag to do the next step. So go out about 6 to 8 inches. About midway through, pull it down where it's just aiming straight down, and then bring it on up. So you've essentially just done just a simple little loop, and I'll just show you once I get it set here. So all we have, and again, this is the tag line. We basically just did a little loop, and now I'm just securing that line with my left hand. So now what we have is, again, the loop. There's 2 lines on the top, 1 line on the bottom. And so what we're going to do is, with this tag in, is we're going to go from behind and through and basically wrap around this double line 10 to 12 times. The typical Uni Knot recommends 5 to 6. But again, with Braid, just the fact that it's so much more slippery, recommend just doubling it. So we're going to just go around this 10 to 12 times. Already lost count though, so I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, that's why this is the reason why you need to have a good amount of slack out there. Just a lot easier to tie when you have a good amount, either again 6 to 8 inches of tag line. So now that we have this loop, I guess before we tighten it down, one thing to be mindful of is you always want these wraps to go in one direction. You never want them wrapping over themselves. So you can see that's just a nice clean, just wrap going back from left to right in all of them. So we're going to pinch with our right hand the tag line and the main line, and just start pulling it tight. And you can see that it'll start just tightening down on itself. And so now that it's getting a little bit tighter, I'm going to go ahead and just get it wet. I'm going to put a little saliva on it. All right, so now we're going to go and just tighten it down even more. Get a better grip on it here. See, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and now it's basically a slip knot. So we're just going to let go of the tag end and just let it go all the way down to the hook. And here's where we're really going to pull on it, just to make that final cinch in there. So there we are. That is it. It's now tight. Now all we have to do is just cut the tag end.